we're going to get started. What I'd ask is that everybody stay muted, if you don't mind, so we can eliminate any background noise, except for our reader, who will be Connor tonight. And so there he is, yes. So we'll get started whenever you would like to, Molly and Chris.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with his mitzvot, commanding us to light the lights of Shabbos. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal God, the law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Wow.
May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. By the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy, and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be to vanish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must be returned. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the light of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide.
And now if you could turn to page 142/10 in your prayer books and join with the Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Yom, Melech Malchei Halachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem LaShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Yom. Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni LaShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Yom. Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zitkim LaShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Yom. Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Thank you. This is an amazing time we live in. I know if we were to ask each other 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even a year ago, if this is how we would be doing Shabbos services, we would have not believed it. We're going to try to read responsively. Let's give this a shot. On page 10, which is also page 142, and you'll respond, Majesty of Majesties, Holy One of Blessing. Peace be to you, O ministering angels, messengers of Most High.
Majesty of Majesties, Holy One of Blessing.
Enter in peace, O messengers of peace, angels of the Most High.
Majesty of Majesties, Holy
It's only local news at 6:30 WKRP.
Bless me,
As a firefighter, I've got to stay in shape.
Bless me with peace, O messengers of peace, angels of the Most High.
Majesty of majesties, Holy One of blessing.
Depart in peace, O messengers of peace, angels of the Most High.
Majesty of majesties, Holy One of blessing.
So unmuting everybody, that's not going to work. But we'll assume that that you can read it responsibly at your home. Now to page 11 or page 144. Exalted and hallowed be God's great name in the world which God created according to plan. May God's majesty be revealed in the days of our lifetime and the life of all Israel, speedily, imminently, to which we say, Amen. Blessed be God's great name to all eternity. Blessed, praised, honored, exalted, extolled, glorified, adored, and lauded by the name of the Holy Blessed One, beyond all earthly words and songs of blessings, praise, and comfort, to which we all say, Amen. And now to page 12, the choir, join with them in the Baruch.
Baruch hu Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed.
And we continue on page 13. Praise to you. And those of you who have actual prayer books at home, this is page 149. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath glides the sails of the stars, creator of the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai hamar ariv aravim. And please turn to page 15/152 and rise for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed.
You may be seated. And so now on page 17, I believe the choir will be singing the V'ahavta. Is that correct?
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ובשובך ובקומך וקשקתם לאות הידיך והיו לטוטפות בעיניך וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם לכל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Unmute him, Andy.
Sorry. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away. When you lie down and when you get up, bind them as a sign upon your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. And a quick comment, we're fulfilling this mitzvah tonight by taking these instructions to heart and reciting them when you stay at home and when you go away, and we're all home. Also, this is the prayer that is in your mezuzah at home, and that's why it says, and put them on this as a sign on your gates, and also on your hand, and between your eyes and your forehead would be the tefillin. So now we turn to page 158 or 19. But before that, we have a special reader today. Connor, who is a sixth grader. Connor sat in on my confirmation class last week and was so impressive that he volunteered to be part of the service tonight. And this guy, he's going places. So we're going to count on him. We're going to vote for him as president when he gets older, because he's going to be awesome that way. So Connor, loud and clear, buddy. Unmute.
If I had my life to live over, I'd dare to make more mistakes next time. I'd relax. I would limber up. I would be sillier than I have been this trip. I would take fewer things seriously. I would take more chances. I would take more trips. I would climb more mountains and swim more rivers. I would eat more ice cream and less beans. I would perhaps have more actual troubles, but I'd have fewer imaginary ones. Oh, I've had my moments, and if I had to do it over again, I'd have more of them. In fact, I'd try to have nothing else. Just moments. I've been one of those people who never go anywhere without a thermometer, a hot water bottle, a raincoat, and a parachute. If I had to do it again, I would travel lighter next time. If I had my life to live over, I would start barefoot earlier in the spring and stay that way later in the fall. I would go to more dances, I would ride more merry-go-rounds, and I would pick more daisies. Nadine Stair, age 85.
Thank you. Very good. And it should be noted that I offered Connor 4 different readings, all completely different, and he picked that one, written by an 85-year-old woman about living life to the fullest. So I thought that was kind of neat that he picked that particular reading. So we go now, thank you, Connor, to page 158 or 19 and join with the Mi Chamocha.
מי כמוך בעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורת הילות עוזפלי, נורת הילות עוזפלי, מלכותך רנו בניך, בוקע הים לבני משה, זילי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יא בבא בים בים בם, יא בבא בים בם, יא בבא בים בים בם, יא בבא בים בם, איי 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 איי, יא בבא בים בם, איי 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 איי, יא בבא בים בם.
Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus as it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from the hand stronger than his own. Praise you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Gaal Yisrael. And now we turn to page 20 or page 160, excuse me.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu
Beautiful. What would we do without Chris and Molly, y'all? I mean, to be very honest, I'm just up here reading. They're making this service so beautiful. We thank you so much for that. And this is a little unorthodox and it may or may not work, but we'll try it. I have another creative reading if anyone is interested. Is anybody interested in volunteering to read? Oh, good. Anne. Oh, Anne, I love you, Anne. All right, good. So
where is it?
I'm pulling it up here. Let's see. This is a really nice one here, and it's short.
All right. To be a Jew means to wake up and to keep your eyes open to the many beautiful, mysterious, and holy things that happen all around us every day. Many of them are like little miracles. When we wake up and see the morning light, when we taste food and grow strong, when we learn from others and grow wise, when we hug the people we love and feel warm, when we help those around us and feel good. All these and more are there for us every day, but we must open our eyes to see them. Rabbi Lawrence Kushner.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Thank you so much, Anne. And maybe we'll have another one if somebody wants to volunteer. We got one or two more. So now we turn to page 22 or 162 in your prayer book and join the choir.
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ושבבי רזית בו וקידשת שבת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת השבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למה זה בראשית שבת, זכר למה זה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת.
Beautiful. And now we move to tefillah on the next page, 164 or page 23.
אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el hagdol hagibor v'nahorah, Elyon, gomeh chasadim tovim, v'koneh hakol, v'zacher chasdei avot v'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהן, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומוגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ויתרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי גבולתה רב להושיע. מחכל קין בכיסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סוף נפלים ורופא גולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומחיים אמונתו לבשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידה ומלך, מלך ממית ומחיי, ומצמיח הקושוע. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגאי הכל.
Please be seated. And now we'll have silent prayers from page all the way to page from where we are now on page 164 to page 178 or page 32, 31. So to page 178, or this is a great opportunity, even better, to say your own prayers for the tough times we live in now, for family and friends who are ill or people you want to think about. So we'll have our silent prayer now.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my Redeemer.
And now we turn to page 178 or 31 for the Shalom Rav. Sing along, please.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lecha hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lecha hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Beautiful. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and redeemer. May the one who makes peace in the high heavens and make peace for us, for all Israel, and all who inhabit the earth. And let us all say, Amen. Another chance for a volunteer to read. Oh, good. Yes, sir. Mel, that would be awesome. And I'm going to share the screen. How about this one?
That's good. Our rabbis taught 613 commandments were given to Moses. Micah reduced them to 3 mitzvah: do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Isaiah based all the commandments upon 2 of them: keep justice and righteousness. Amos saw one guiding principle on which all the mitzvah are founded: seek me and live. Habakkuk 2 expounded the Torah on the basis of a single thought: the righteous shall live by their faith. Akiba taught the great principle of the Torah is expressed in the mitzvah: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. But Ben Aziza found a principle even more fundamental in the words, this is the story of humanity. When God created us, God made us in God's likeness. And Hillel summed up the Torah in this maxim: what is hateful to you, do not do to others. The rest is commentary. You must go and study it. Gates of Prayer.
Thank you so much, Mel. Y'all are great at this. Howard, I think we've got some great new people to volunteer to do services. These are awesome. So we turn now to page 371 or 34 for the Misha Berach. And I'm going to unmute. Well, I'll tell you what, if you have someone whose name you'd like to be thought of tonight and to wish them to be well and a quick recovery, you unmute your mic and you can speak that now.
Deborah Broussard.
Alyssa Rio Frio.
Harriet Scheidelman.
Brandon Wood.
Sarah Kaufman.
Anyone else?
Paul Bradley.
Paul Bradley. Anyone else?
And Patricia.
Patricia.
And Patricia.
Yeah, we're always rooting for Patricia. All right, Chris and Molly.
Join in. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelimah, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Thank you. And now we turn to page 586 or 35, and rise for the Elenu. Technically, I guess we would face east, but you know, whatever. Please be seated. We have one more creative reading for anyone who would like to volunteer for that. We'd love that.
I'll do it.
Who said
Callie.
that? Oh, wonderful. Hey, Callie.
Hey, doll.
Okay, let's do this. Let's see. Okay.
Make it big.
Okay. Let's.
There we go.
There it is. Okay.
All right. Oh God, where can I find you? Your glory fills the world. Behold, I find you in the mind free to sail by its own star, in words that spring from the depth of truth, where a scientist tolls to unravel your world's secrets, where an artist makes beauty in your world, where men and women struggle for freedom, among the lonely and the poor, the lowly and the lost, wherever noble deeds are done, I find you. In the merry shouts of children at play, in the mother's lullaby as she rocks her baby to sleep, in the sleep that falls on an infant's eyes, in the smile that falls on sleeping lips, and in the child as she grows to embrace a world of wonders and a world of fun and light and laughter, dreams and radiance and love.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. And now, bear with me while I try this.
Yitgadal Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach ziruteh, ve'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayachon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv, v'yimru Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam U'L'Olmei Almaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yithalal, Shmei Dekudesha, Brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran belma, v'imru. Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen.
And the yard site of those who have passed away in years gone by that we are to remember this night: Edith Zelniker, Miriam Fry, Anise Miller, Molly Olshansky Boyd, and Edith Conrad.
Ramona Lee Waldron and Tommy Dick.
Okay. Anyone else?
Des Zamek.
Raina Wood.
Now, anybody else? And now we turn to page 43 or 598 for the Yigdal.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shmei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yirotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala, ba'agala, u'v'zman kariv, v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'olam U'L'Olmei Almaya, Yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, Shemei Dekudesha, Brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'yimeru. shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yako Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yako Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yako Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yako Yisrael.
And now for the Kiddush on page 44. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu v'mitzvosav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadesha b'hava uvratzon inhilanu zikaron l'maseh breshit ki hu yom tahila lamikroes kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim. Ki banu v'chavta, v'sanu kidashta, v'kol hamim, v'shabbat kachecha, v'ahava uvratzon, inhilanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbos.
Amen.
And now on page 45 or 606, do we have a volunteer to help us with the Hamotzi? Oh, Connor, my man. Connor, will
Actually,
you
my sister would like to.
who would?
My sister.
Your come in. There she is.
He's
And this
mad
is
at me for throwing him under the bus.
She's wonderful part of our confirmation class. Excellent. Would you mind leading us with the Hamotzi?
What am I doing? Alrighty.
Revenge.
Am I singing it?
Whatever you'd like. Your call. Louder. Do it louder, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lachem min haaretz.
Good. In English?
Our praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth.
Excellent. And before we go to our closing song, and everybody can sing along with that. The words are very complex, bim, bom. I want to acknowledge tonight, of course, Chris and Molly, fantastic. And Molly's mom, if she's still on board. Gil Layden for making all this happen. Howard Silverman, Sherry, who got volunteered into that job. Our readers tonight, all the people who read, our guests coming from Memphis, Tennessee and Nashville, Tennessee. And to all of you, this has been a real joy for me. I've enjoyed it, seeing all of your faces, and we hope to do this again next week. Gil, do you have any announcements?
I don't have the announcements. I thought you were going to do them from the
I know that Susie wasn't there to send the announcements today.
Yeah, let me bring up a couple things. Next week, I'm pleased to say Rabbi Natan Treep, who led us from the pulpit over the high holidays to Musqueam, will be Zooming the services for us next Friday night. So we're pleased to have him once again. And if those of you who didn't have the privilege or were unable to see him, the recording of the high holiday services as well as his Shabbat Shuvah service are available via Zoom. And I don't think we came in with the kind notes yesterday because of the storm, but in the previous kind notes, there was lists of all those particular recordings, as well as the adult education from Dr. Bert Ishow, who talked about COVID. But we also have another adult education program, and I'm trying to recall from memory, I believe it's November the 18th on a Wednesday at 5:30 with Dr. David Miola, who is a distinguished professor at University of South Alabama, who's going to be talking about the origins of Reform Judaism. And I know another thing from having gotten an email from Patricia, our religious school director, that there is going to be a blessing of the pets, and that had been, I think, led by your late sister, and I think you, Glenn, are going to be participating in that, if I'm correct. And I think we got a lot of other things going on, but the bulletin just came out on Wednesday, I believe it was, and that has a lot more information. So Shabbat Shalom to you all.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate that. And mentioning the next Sunday, the blessing of the pets will be, you'll be able to join us via Zoom with this same password and same access code. It is at 10 a.m. Sunday, and it's going to happen at Brian Ginsberg's farm out near Sims. It's a beautiful place. He rescues horses, and they used to be a three-legged goat. Did that goat die, Nate? Or I don't know if he's still out there. He passed away.
He was given away.
Oh, well, there was always a three-legged goat that would greet you at your car.
No, he now has a three-legged dog.
Oh, well, somehow he gets a lot of three-legged things and dogs and everything. And the confirmation class will be leading that service with me. And it's in a great blessing of the pet. So you can bring your pets onto Zoom if they'll cooperate, and we'll do a blessing for them. And this service is in memory of one of the great animal lovers of all time. And that was my dear sister, Helen, who passed away a few years ago. So with that, and anybody else have an announcement? We're kind of informal here. Anybody else have anything to say or announce? Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Please reserve some time after the first of the year.
We'll see.
Play with just one. This was beautiful. Thank you.
Well, you're very kind. We'll talk. We'll talk. But I'll tell you, you guys did it, and Molly and Chris.
No discussion.
No, Molly and Chris were fantastic, and it's so wonderful to see many of your faces that I haven't seen in a while. And with that, please join with Bim Bom. It's a classic, so we all know that. Complicated words, Bim Bom.
I have something to say.
Yes, who's talking?
Patricia.
Okay.
The following Sunday on November 15th, we are going to do the Veterans ceremony at the cemetery.
Ah, very good.
So all the veterans are welcome.
Yes, very good, y'all. We got a lot of things going on, great things going on. COVID is not going to slow down the temple. We're still vibrant and doing great. And so, okay, Molly and Chris, take it away.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bim
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I also needed to acknowledge one more person, and that is behind the scenes man, Andy, who is, that's Molly, that's your husband, correct?
That is, yes.
And so Andy is our tech guy who makes all this come together and makes me look good. And that's a hard job to do.